All right, guys, welcome back to another episode on the Abandoned House series. If you missed last week's video, we transformed this vanity space and toilet area. And like promised, here we are doing the shower, and I promise that this is gonna be the coolest shower I have ever built. I've gotten a few quotes on it, between 10 and 12 grand, and that is already with a demoed bathroom here. So I don't have any 10 grand laying around, so we're gonna do it ourselves. One of the first things we need to start tackling is creating our shower pan. And the reason that step is so vital is because an adequate shower pan creates proficient flowing of water that's draining and not seeping and kind of puddling up in the corner of your shower, which over the course of anything, it'll start breaking down material and cause a leak. That is why we're going with the Schluter system. Essentially, it's like the Cadillac of all the shower systems because they make waterproofing and figured it out to like a science how to make it almost dummy proof for idiots like me. It is kind of funny because the majority of their products are like styrofoam, but the waterproofing system, this is the bread and butter of it. Everything's all lined up. Let's see if this is enough length for us to work with. We're gonna have to trim this thing size. I was concerned for this. This is not as long as we need it to be, but fortunate enough, this stuff is so universal that we can actually glue on the scrap pieces that we just cut off. Hopefully it'll be enough. Now I know what you're thinking. This is kind of janky. To a degree. There's a way to make sure this is perfect. So once everything gets bordered in, we're gonna use a Curdy band, so it's gonna overlap all these seams, so it's gonna create one uniform section here. So in fact, I actually got a big piece, so we can just cover it all together and just make sure all of this is sloping down correctly. Now I gotta start working on my curb here. Let me get that. All right, that looks good. Let's get our hole centered, cut that out, and then we'll slap some mortar down. All right, got our mortar, 1/4-inch trowel, ready to lay this down. I had a tile guy gave me a great piece of advice. When you're mixing mortar, now this rule doesn't apply to like concrete cement because moisture is important in terms of like how strong it's going to be. But with mortar, they're saying that if you can get your mortar to be nice and wet, don't go crazy, but wet, you'll have a stronger adhesion. So that's something I put in my tool belt. I recommend you do the same. Oh, that's a snug fit, huh? Oh, that came out beautiful. So I told you, we're going all out on the shower. So we're gonna give it a nice little niche or niche. I don't know what people call it. Let me know in the comments, because I really don't know. I call it both sometimes. So we're gonna have a little caddy here that's gonna hold all your showers, your razor blades, all the fun stuff you need in the shower here. I don't wanna put it there because that's where the faucet is gonna go. And the fun thing about the faucet is I'm kind of building this bathroom backwards, or the shower backwards, because you're supposed to install the plumbing and the water mixer valve way before the drywall. I mean, you could do it after the drywall, but definitely before the waterproofing. It's supposed to show up tomorrow. That's the story of my life. I'm terrible at staying on schedule when to order stuff. So we'll get this thing installed. We'll start our waterproofing and pause over there. And then therefore that'll be the last section to waterproof. It sucks, I know. That's just me. Yeah, just my luck. Stud right in the middle. And I had to play around. I either skew the niche to the left, skew it way to the right. This is ugly. I have vertical pieces going here that's supporting this window. And the faucet goes there. So this is literally my only option. Fortunately, this is not a load-bearing wall. My joists are going this way. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna chop off this stud. I'm gonna put a bracket across. Might have to take this little piece off just to get access to it. And then I'll just kind of frame out a thing to secure the niche in. But that's remodels for you folks. You never know what you're gonna come across. All right, guys, we need to talk about something very important. If you have anyone relying on your income, you need life insurance. It's just that simple. And that is why I'm excited to talk about the sponsors of today's video, Policy Genius. Policy Genius is a one-stop shop to find and buy the insurance you need for the right price. You see, with 3 young kids, a dog, the day-to-day obligations like mortgage payments, credit cards, car loans, college costs, these are all things that go on whether we're there or not. So that's why Irene and I both have life insurance. It gives us the peace of mind knowing that if anything were to happen to us, our family doesn't have to worry about it. You see, Policy Genius has licensed, award-winning agents and technology that makes it easy to compare life insurance quotes from America's top insurers in just a few clicks to find the lowest price for you. And even if you already have life insurance policy through your work, maybe, it may not offer enough protection for your family's needs and may not even follow you when you leave your job. That sucks. The process is super simple. Their licensed award-winning agents can help you find the best fit for your needs. They work for you, not the insurance companies. That means they don't have to have any kind of incentives to recommend one insurer over another. So you can trust their guidance. With Policy Genius, you could find life insurance policies that start at just $292 per year for $1 million worth of coverage. That's right, $1 million. And some options even offer same-day approval and avoid any kind of unnecessary medical exams. Policy Genius has thousands of 5-star reviews on Google, Trustpilot, and customers who found the best fit for their needs. So save time and money, provide your family with financial safety net with Policy Genius. So head to policygenius.com/build it to get a free life insurance quote and see how much you could save. All right, this section is gonna cause like 3 people in the comment section to be like, I've done tile for 50 years. You cannot waterproof membrane drywall. Well, you can. If you go on the Schluter's website, they'll tell you you can. So don't confuse people in the comment section with that advice. Use the right trowel size, the right notch, the right mortar, and install it how the manufacturer told you to do. Besides, we've also got the mold resistant drywall in here, which we're going one step above and beyond the Call of Duty. We're in it now, boys. No stopping us. Let's get after it. Oh, forgot. So when you do this stuff, you got to overlap these seams by 2 inches. And fortunately, how convenient, they have a little special 2-inch gap for you. But it'd be helpful if you put some mortar on it. All right, this is as far as I'll take it. The water mixing valve should be showing up here in the next day or 2. That way I could get access to it, hook up all my plumbing, the pipe's already there, and then just put one big sheet over it and we should be done with that and start tiling this thing. But big pieces are done on the walls. We're doing the Curdy band, and what this does is it joins any 2 seams together that couldn't overlap. So all of these overlap by 2 inches, perfect. But the ground is not, so we're gonna combine these 2 planes there. We're just creating a crease and putting that across. So that should give us our start, the beginning parts of creating a shower pan that's waterproof. Pan's done. Now we do the final details. These are corners, and what's cool is that they sell inside and outside corners. So because we have all of this overlapping there, obviously that crease in the corner is going to be the most susceptible for leaks. So by putting a corner like this, you've now created essentially a 3rd layer that's going to join everything together to make sure that this is just one uniform form. And then of course we have the outside corner, so when we have something like the windowsill and water gets accumulated on it, it'll do the exact same thing. Pretty smart product if you ask me. course we're out of material. I need 2 more outside corners, but the nice thing is I could start my tiling and all that stuff and we can get to it, you know, tomorrow or something like that. But in the meantime, one of the last things we need to waterproof here is we need to install our drain right here. Get my pipe below, slap it in there, thin set around, put it in, and then put the Curdy band ring around it. This puppy will be done and it'll be ready for a water leak test. Look what finally showed up. It's not supposed to be here for another, I think, day. And it finally showed up last night. So excited because I didn't want to come in and work on the weekend. So I got my shower system. Look at this beautiful brass shower head, Rainfall. Amazon, 200 bucks. And it actually matches all the hardware. One of the hardest things with brass is it's all a different shade of brass. So it all worked out really well. We can actually start doing the plumbing right now. So take a break from the waterproofing, do the plumbing, and then finish off the waterproofing. It's so backwards, it's crazy, it's a circus. Mixing valves here. I'm always screwing up of how far I need to put it. You just gotta make sure it's far enough that the plate can cover it perfectly. And the harder part is actually your drop ears that go on top. And it's really just amount how they can screw in. So, but other than that, with these water mixing valves, they don't come with the water connectors, so you have to get your own 1/2-inch PEX connectors. So we have our cold and hot coming in, we have our handheld rinser off, and then we have our top shower head. So put the Teflon tape on there, which the one that I go with is always gray. It's a lot thicker. I just hate Teflon. The regular Teflon sucks. Gray is so much better. Less rotations, but far stronger. Mixing valve, water regulator, shoots up here, sprays down here. Want to rinse off, grab this. I think it's all here, folks. I think all the hard part is done. Let's cover this up, waterproof the rest of it, and then we'll start laying the base floor tile. Oh shoot. Don't do that. I need this part clean. All right, crisis averted. Clean it up with a good old-fashioned pipe cleaner here. Should be good. Let me see if I have a plug for it. Bottom of my catch-all plumbing bin, so cover these threads so we don't screw ourselves going forward here. Getting ready to do our floor tile. You want to do floor tile first because therefore everything kind of trickles down on top and you don't have any weird transition pieces. So you want to lay them out exactly how you want to, make all your cuts, including where the drain is. And then once everything's in place, we'll be able to start grouting it in place using a 3/16 trowel size. And that's very important because with penny tile, if you use like a 1/4 inch or anything like that, a lot of the times that I've done it, it would seep through where the grout would be, and it's a pain in the butt trying to clean. So 3/16 V-notch, lay it all out, make your cuts. But more importantly, how cool is this tile, huh? Irina doesn't know about it. She didn't approve it. She approved the wall tile, but not this tile. I think she'll like it. But, you know, it's a gamble, like all the time. All right, folks, big day for us today. The floor is all cured. I covered it all up so we don't make any more messes. Got my laser, got my tile. Gonna continue this exact Satori tile all the way across. A bad day happened for the brand yesterday. It was basically Mr. Build It against, hedge clippers, and hedge clippers won. So got a big old gash in there, got a little splint in there, but your boy will be okay. Just want to give you a heads up in case you see me throwing up weird gang signs here. Just keep in mind, we're on the rehab work. And of course my finger doesn't fit in here. Ah, that hurts. Well, nothing to it but to do it now, folks. Let's get after it. All right, checking in. It's been about 2 hours. Tackled this entire side, not bad. I will say it's a little nerve-wracking because I have the existing stuff here, and to match it, it's not as easy as that, especially the bottom pieces. They do all these weird things. But we're here, I'm happy with it. The laser's looking good. The levels are looking good. We got quite a bit to go. Let's move on to the next wall. Buckle up. I will say laser level is clutch. I didn't do it when I did the vanity just because I really don't know why. I maybe had too much going on, but it's really coming together here because there's a lot of variations from side to side, and this keeps me on track. So after it's all said and done, you don't step back and be like, great, my shower is drunk. So it's nice, straight and leveled. And also I got these shims at the bottom. Most of the time when you buy the pan from, the drain pan, shower pan, whatever you want to call it, I'm spacing, I'm tired from doing all this. It's perfect rim around, but when you have to trim it to size, well, now you're creating a little bit of a divot because this is all sloping in. So having a little shims just in this little section where I needed came out perfect. So I'm really happy how such a meticulous thing is coming together. So all around good vibes. Okay guys, day 2. So yesterday I busted out about, I want to say close to 60 square feet, maybe a little bit more. 4 by 12 inch tile, not too bad I think. Today I'm hoping to finish off the rest of the tile. My strategy is just to kind of run it all the way to the top and then work my way on this side. And the reason why is because this window and this little niche here are gonna be pretty meticulous. And running with one finger, I'd rather just focus all my energy there. So that's the game plan. Start it up here, run it up, and then focus on the headaches afterwards. That's the plan. I really don't like this. I already tapered this little edge here to fit better, but this taper goes out wide enough to which I'm gonna call that about ½ an inch. That's not good. That's gonna look wonky. And if the transition becomes very, ends up being a small piece here, I think that's gonna look tacky as well because this is gonna be the first thing you see when you walk in. So I'm gonna pop this off and I'm gonna start my way from here. And then because this piece is already cut, it's kind of gonna be like a mirror image of itself, and I can make each one kind of custom fit so it looks good. These are just kind of the variables you have to deal with, and we're dealing with it. Working on day 3, it's the home stretch, and this is where I really need to start slowing down. So I cut my aluminum channels. By the way, if you want to save some money, these are like 28 bucks a stick from Schluter, but they also have these that are not aluminum in a plastic, which are like 8 bucks. So they're the same thing, and I don't know what the benefits of plastic versus aluminum because there's not a lot of wear and tear, but I ended up getting this before I realized the plastic is much cheaper. So we got our miters cut for all of these channels. The most important part here is it has to slope downward. So you can't have this flat, and especially you can't have it downward, because when the water's splashing, whatever accumulates here will sit here and start rotting away any of the thin set, get behind your window, all this jazz. Not a good day. So slight slope down, drain the water, and we should be looking good. Oh shit, this piece just broke off. Penny tile is awesome until it breaks off and you gotta play another game of puzzle where you find where everything goes. They break off sometimes, folks, and that's where it's not fun tiling with it. Damn, that looks really good. It actually makes everything stand out so much better. There's a part of me that kind of almost regrets not putting like a small section, like trim piece around it, like a little accent piece that's the same as that. But I like how clean it is. It's simple with a little accent part here. Last order of business, hug this curb with the tile. Nobody's rubbing this curb. Gonna use the same trim pieces on the outside, inside, side, and then top, and we should be ready for it to dry to do the grout. I'm done. I'm so done with tiling for a while. Even though this only took about 2.5 days, it's only 2 o'clock right now. I think I'm gonna take a break from tile for a while. So it's gonna dry overnight. We're gonna hit it with a whole crap load of grout and then do a whole lot of washing. That's gonna be fun. All right, see you in the morning. It's a big day. The tile is finally dried overnight, and let me show you how it all looks together. Take a look at all of this. This could not have been a better match. I do still regret having a little accent piece down the middle, but you know, this is still gorgeous, especially with all the brass that's gonna show up and the big glass that's coming here. It's gonna look perfect. Now I need to stretch my joints here because the amount of grouting that I gotta do is absolutely ridiculous. So buckle up, folks. I might heat grout after this. A lot going on today. So the shower glass showed up, but before we can install it and install all our hardware, we got to do our final secondary, or actually third protective barrier for waterproofing down below, and that is this silicone mixed caulk. So it's the same shade as this grout, which is great. I got it all masked out. That way, when this floods and the first 2 barriers fail, this is just like the, you know, the backup plan. So we'll do a bead. Once that's done, we'll start handling the glass. Let's get our goodies all put on. Should go relatively straightforward as we triple checked everything, but you know how that gets. I was at home yesterday taking a shower and it dawned on me that this hardware that I'm using is the exact hardware, including color, that I built in that double steam room shower in my house. So it's been about a year now, and being an Amazon product, it lasted really well. So, you know, I'll link it down below for you guys to check out, because sometimes Amazon products, especially plumbing stuff, can be, you know, a little iffy. So there's your 1 year review. So as you can see, I don't have room to feed my Teflon tape behind this, so here's a trick I learned from a plumber. Get yourself a long drill bit, the one that has the hexagon or whatever on the other side, wrap some Teflon on it, and then this way, when you start it, you can conveniently go around it, applying all the Teflon that you need in the world. Not too bad, huh? All right, last order of business is to do the shower glass. The shower glass cost me roughly around 1,500 bucks. And the reason it's 1,500 bucks because it's a custom made glass. The sizes at Home Depot or Lowe's, they're so limited that they're probably about this big by this big. As you can see, we need something yay big by yay big. So I also ordered the hardware from them. The hardware is gonna sit just like that. Because how heavy they said the glass is, they need to have a channel here. And then we're gonna have 2 brackets here. Now, the best way I think to fit it, because the glass has notches, I don't know if it's laser or whatever, cut out. I think what I'm gonna do first is secure this bottom section down first, and then we'll dry fit the glass, see exactly where the brackets are, and then go from there. Here she is, guys. 54 inches wide, 7 feet tall. I made a little gap on top so we could actually move it around here. Couple 100 pounds, but it's so scary carrying it because it's tempered glass. As soon as it's tough in general, but as soon as you accidentally ding a corner, there's a spider web just goes through and this thing just collapses down. It's terrifying. 1,500 bucks. They got us the hardware. I marked out already, dry fitted everything. Now we're just gonna use our concrete bit, our little anchors, and then attach it with the brackets. I'm still trying to collect my breath. Those anchors were so tight in there that I'm very nervous that they'll just pop like the tile, but so far I think this is what they're meant for. Touch-ups are all done. Siliconed everything that I need to silicone. Not waiting anymore. Check out the big reveal. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. This has been an incredible bathroom transformation, start to finish. If you haven't seen this section, we'll check the previous video. It's really come a long way, and I couldn't be more excited about it. Make sure you come back next week where we'll start handling all the painting, all the trim, and actually adding a couple of more features to this house that it doesn't yet already have. But in the meantime, check out this video right here. I think you might enjoy.